Good morning and welcome to Kids Church. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all safe in your bubbles. Today I'm going to tell you a story called One Missing Sheep. It comes from the Bible story of Luke 15 verses 3 to 7. Jesus tells us a story in the Bible to show us how special each one of us are to him. There was a shepherd who had 100 sheep. What a lot of sheep! But the shepherd knew every one of his sheep, and he even had a name for each one. Perhaps there was one that was always wandering off by itself to see what it could find. He might call that one Nosy. Another sheep liked to stay very close to the shepherd and snuggle up to his legs, so I think he might call that one Cuddles. And one that always liked to jump and play might be called Playful. Each sheep was a little bit different from the others, and the shepherd knew every one of them, and he loved them. That shepherd is just like God, and we are like his sheep. He knows everything about each one of you, and he loves each one, just like the shepherd loved his sheep. Each day, the shepherd took his 100 sheep to find some nice, fresh grass for them to eat. One morning, he decided to go up the mountain to find some grass. The sheep all followed the shepherd until they came to a nice field where there was lots of grass. From the sheep, or you might all get they lost. Wanted, and then rested just on the mountain. Just to make sure he had not missed Feeling any. Full and very happy, and counted the shepherd them. Stayed with them all day, and when he got to 100, it was not safe for the sheep to stay on the mountain during the night. I can take you all home. There were wild bears and lions all the way down the mountain and eat any sheep that was alone on the mountain, walking behind him. So the shepherd, but on the way home, Nosy. Come on, Nosy. Come on, Playful. All follow me, and I will take you home. Growing. Don't wander off the bushes. Oh, I must have some of that lovely long grass to eat, he thought to himself. I will quickly go and eat some, and I will be back following the shepherd before he even misses me. What did the shepherd tell him to do? Stay close to him and not wander off. Do you think Nosy should disobey the shepherd? Sometimes you can be like that sheep. Your parents tell you not to touch the biscuit tin. Or perhaps your parents say to you that you must not go to a certain place, such as the skateboard park at the moment. But sometimes you do not listen to the things that your parents say. Sometimes you disobey them and do the thing that you want to do. Nosy did not obey the shepherd. He ran as fast as he could over to the bushes. Oh, that long grass looked so good. He began to eat some. This is the best grass I have ever tasted, he said to himself. Just a bit more, then I'll go back to the others. Nosy kept nibbling on the grass. He was really enjoying it. Just a little bit more, he said to himself as he wandered to another bush to try the grass over there. The shepherd and the other sheep had all gone further down the mountain, and now Nosy could not see them. I better go and catch up with them, Nosy thought. He took one last bite of some grass growing under a big prickly bush, and then turned to run back to the shepherd. But Nosy found that he was stuck. The bush had long thorns on the branches, and Nosy's wool had become caught in the thorns. He pulled one way and then the other way, but he just could not get untangled. "Ma! Ma!" he called, hoping the shepherd would hear him and come to help. But the shepherd was a long way down the mountain with all the other sheep. He did not hear little Nosy calling for help. Nosy tried and tried, but soon he realized he was not going to get free. Now he would have to spend the night all alone on the mountain. I hope no bear or lion comes to eat me. Why didn't I listen to the shepherd? He thought. He told me to stay close to him, but did I listen? I was naughty to disobey, and now I'm in trouble. That is usually what happens when you disobey your parents. If you do not listen to what they say, you find yourself in trouble. By now, the shepherd had reached the bottom of the mountain. He put all his sheep in the big sheep pen where they would be safe. Then, just to be sure they were all there, he counted them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He counted all the way up to 99, then stopped. Oh no, there were only 99 sheep. Where was the last one? Maybe I missed one, he thought. So he started all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. One of my sheep is missing. He looked around. Which one was missing? He knew what every sheep looked like, and he knew all their names. It did not take him long to see which one was not there. My little Nosy sheep is missing. Where could he be? He must have got left behind on the mountain. The shepherd was tired from his long walk, and he was ready to go to sleep. But he could not leave little Nosy out all night by himself. I will go back up the mountain and search everywhere until I find him. Little Nosy was naughty to disobey me, but I still love that little sheep. He closed the gate of the sheep pen to keep the other 99 sheep safe, and off he went back up the mountain. You see, the shepherd is just like God. The shepherd knew and loved every one of his sheep, just like God knows every one of you and loves you. Even when you do things that are wrong, like disobeying your parents, God still loves you and cares about you. As the shepherd walked, he called, "Nosy! Nosy, where are you?" Maybe Nosy had stopped at the river for a drink, he thought. He ran all the way down to the river and looked all around. No, Nosy was not there. He kept walking up the mountain calling, "Nosy, can you hear me?" He listened as he walked, hoping he might hear a little "bah," but all he could hear was the river and wind blowing in the trees. Maybe he's in the field where the grass is very long. I will go there and see if I can find him. He climbed further up the mountain and stopped at the field, but he still could not see little Nosy. Do you think the shepherd will go home now? No. He loves that little sheep, so he will not give up looking. God loves each one of you, just like the shepherd loved his sheep. Even when you do things that are naughty, like Nosy, God still loves you. When you disobey your mum and touch something you should not, God is sad, but he still loves you. When you disobey your mum and go somewhere you should not, God is sad, but he still loves you. In fact, God loves you so much that he sent Jesus to take the punishment for the naughty things you have done. Jesus died on the cross for all the wrong things you have done, for all the times you have disobeyed your parents. Jesus took the punishment for all those naughty things when he died on the cross. The shepherd climbed a little bit further. Then suddenly he heard a noise. What was that? He stood still and listened. Everything was quiet again. Nosy, is that you? He called. He hoped it was not a wild bear or a lion. Then he heard a very faint noise. Bah! Bah! It was very faint, but he was sure it sounded like a sheep's baa coming from the bushes. The shepherd ran over to the bushes and looked behind every one. Nosy must be over here somewhere. He lifted some branches, and there was his little sheep, with its wool stuck in the branches of the bush. Bah! Little Nosy sounded very scared and sad. He was very sorry that he had disobeyed the shepherd and made him come all the way back up the mountain to find him. The shepherd reached down and began to untangle the wool. Very carefully, so as not to hurt him, the shepherd freed Nosy from the thorns on the bush. Then he picked up little Nosy and put him on his shoulders. My little Nosy, being such a nosy little sheep has got you into trouble. If you had obeyed me and stayed with the others, you would be safe in the pen. But I love you, little sheep, and I came all the way back up the mountain to find you. The shepherd carried Nosy back down the mountain and put him into the sheep pen with the other 99 sheep. Now that all the sheep were safe, he was happy. That is like God. He is sad when you disobey and get into trouble, but he still loves you and wants to help you. Just like Nosy, you have disobeyed your mum and dad, and that has made God sad. Doing naughty things keeps you away from God, but God will forgive you when you are sorry for disobeying. Perhaps you would like to say sorry to God for the wrong things that you have done. Let us all close our eyes now, and if you want to say sorry to God, you could pray after me. Dear God, I am sorry for all the times I have disobeyed my parents. I am sorry I have made you sad. Please forgive me. Please help me. Do the things that please you. Amen.